Before I start this rant, I have to say 3 things. 1. This is my first rant video on a SML video. 2. I'm going to use my Joey voice for my rant videos. And 3. To anyone who likes this video, I respect your opinion. Anyways, enjoy. Bowser Jr. loses Thomas. More like Bowser Jr. buys Thomas. This is the worst SML video. This video is about Bowser Jr. playing with Thomas and his Indominus Rex toy on top the couch. Jr. hears a knock at the door and tells Thomas to wait, but Thomas falls behind the couch shortly after Jr. rushes to the door. When Bowser Jr.'s friends come over, Cody states that they should play trains. Jr. goes to look for Thomas, but he somehow can't find him. Jr. first thinks his Indominus Rex toy ate him, and since he cannot find Thomas, he immediately starts crying and screaming and throws a tantrum. Joseph and Cody help Jr. look for him. Joseph says that if Jr. doesn't stop crying, he'll leave, and Jr. does want them to leave. Cody tries to cheer Jr. up by saying he understands how he feels and that if he lost Ken, he would be sad too. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, Chef Pee is eating Fritos and Bowser Jr. misunderstands that he's choking and that he doesn't seem to care. Chef Pee helps Jr. look for Thomas. He searches around the entire house and still cannot find Thomas while he is still behind the couch. Bowser is angry that Jr. is crying while Charlie and Friends is on and orders Chef Pee to go to Toys R Us to get another one. While Chef Pee is at Toys R Us looking for a new Thomas, the Brooklyn tea guy shows up and Chef Pee asks him if he has any more Thomas trains, but Brooklyn guys say they are sold out of them, so he brings another train that is blue, but however, it doesn't have a face. He calls it Thomas, and so Chef Pee believes that Jr. will think it is Thomas and stop his crying and screaming. Meanwhile, Jr. is still crying in his room, and seems to not care about any other train than Thomas by punching them off the track and calling them stupid. Chef Pee comes in and gives Jr. the fake Thomas, trying to trick him into thinking it is Thomas to stop his crying. He tells Jr. that he was imagining the whole time that Thomas had a face, since in real life, trains don't have faces, but Jr. points out that the other trains do. Chef Pee then tells Jr. the train is a new Thomas and it can do new cool tricks like a 360 spin. But Jr. angrily says that it is not Thomas, it is dumb and he doesn't want it, and furiously throws the train across the room. Chef Pee says that Jr. is so ungrateful, like he always is, and that when he was Jr.'s age, he had to play with sticks, rocks and poop. He lived in New Jersey. In the kitchen, Chef Pee complains that Thomas is just a toy and Jr. doesn't need it. Just then Bowser arrives in the living room and yells at Chef Pee asking him why Jr. is still crying, and he tells Bowser about how he bought a Bobo train because they were sold out of the actual Thomases at Toys R Us. Bowser orders Chef Pee to go online and buy the real Thomas, but however, Chef Pee thinks it will be really expensive. Meanwhile, up in his room, Jr. sings a song begging for Thomas to come back to him. That song was really sad and it touches my heart and I hate it. Chef Pee goes on eBay to look for another Thomas. He does find one, but however, the price for it is $100. That is a ridiculously expensive cost for just a single toy train. Chef Pee bids $101. However, somebody else bidding for the toy suddenly bids $102. A dollar more than Chef Pee's current bid, so he bids $103, but the other bidder then bids $110. Chef Pee, determined to win the bid and get the toy to end Jr.'s crying and screaming, bids $125, but the other bidder bids $130. Chef Pee angrily bids $145, but the rival bidder immediately outbid Chef Pee, bidding $150. 6 hours later, Chef Pee finally bids a grand total of $10,000, and can't go any higher due to credit card limits. But then 5 seconds later, the rival bidder outbids Chef Pee by a penny, and then the auction ends, and the other bidder wins the Thomas toy and Chef Pee is furious. Jr. is dreaming of trains by hearing train noises, but is suddenly woken up by Joseph and Cody, who have come back to apologize to Jr. of his sadness because of his loss of Thomas. Cody tells Jr. that there are trains in the world other than Thomas, but Jr. says that if he can pick any train, Why can't it be Thomas? Junior then says he knows exactly what he needs to do to end this. Meanwhile, Chef PP is vacuuming, and pulls the couch out from near the wall. He suddenly spots Thomas on the floor as he had fallen behind the couch at the start of the video and is angry at having to do everything he could to get a new one when it was behind the couch the entire time. He goes upstairs to find Junior, but he is nowhere to be seen. He finds Toad and asks if he's seen Junior, and Toad says that he went to lay on some train tracks. Chef PP quickly goes to the nearest train tracks with Junior's Thomas. Junior is laying down on the tracks, waiting for a train to come and run him over, as there was to him no point living without Thomas, one of the core things in his life, and getting ran over by a train would be how Thomas would want him to die. Chef PP finds Junior on the train tracks. He shows Junior Thomas and Junior gets excited and is now happy again. Chef PP says that he found Thomas behind the couch, and he and Junior drive home. Back in his bedroom, Junior is playing with Thomas and tells him that he's the best and that he'll never lose him again, but then realizes that his dinosaur toy is missing, causing him to shout for Chef PP. And that's how the SML video goes. This is the worst SML video ever. If you haven't seen it, don't watch it. It's a waste of time. I hope this SML video gets removed soon. Do you know who likes this video? Chili. She likes this video because she came up with it, but I respect her opinion on it. Do you know who hates this video? All characters from Thomas and Friends. They hate this video because Junior lost their favorite #1 blue tank engine. Bowser Jr. loses, Thomas sucks, and so does the fishing trip. Note, if you like this video, I respect your opinion. But anyways, Bowser Jr.'s go-kart race is 100,000 times better than Bowser Jr. loses Thomas. End of rant.